we're happening. We're only 5 minutes late, which...
Not bad when we're doing cocktails.
Right? Yeah, especially this had a good amount of ingredients, so just making sure we had them all here.
And I don't live here, so I'm like...
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, wait, here's this. But also let us know if the audio is weird. Obviously, my mic's not normally set up for 2 people, so if one of us is being picked up way too much or something like that, if we might have it just like turned the wrong way, we can always futz with it. But if it sounds beautiful and gorgeous, hit the like button. If it doesn't sound beautiful and gorgeous, still hit the like button.
Hit the like button anyway.
Right? Like, just no matter what you do, hit the like button. That is the goal here.
I'm a mess.
What do you do?
I don't know.
I think she's trying to watch, but isn't. I don't know what's happening.
I was trying to see the chat there because I have a microphone in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
My bad. I didn't think about that.
No, you're fine.
Does that help some?
Yeah, but can you see it?
Bit? Yeah, actually, now it puts it in between. So
perfect.
We'll put a picture of the behind the scenes on Patreon, so that y'all can see why the.
You could also move it that way too, and then we're.
No, but then the camera's blocking. I can't see if we.
No, more I meant. You can't see? No. Okay.
Sorry. And then you can't see.
I can just use this.
Handsets needs to see.
Oh goodness!
My God, these
Never
people.
Mind. It's fine.
Oh. Ridiculous. So, I don't know what you're watching.
I'm done.
You're watching somebody else. She's watching somebody else on YouTube during our stream together.
I'm done with that.
Happening?
It's tech. I don't know.
I don't know how you did that.
Oh my God.
Hopefully we're on the right thing. Is this the one with the thumbnail?
What?
Is this the one with the thumbnail? Is that why it wasn't showing there?
Yeah, it has a thumbnail.
Okay.
Why?
Well, because you had it up and it wasn't playing, as if we weren't live.
I think it was still on the ad because I didn't skip ads. I'm watching it as...
and then you just have to watch somebody else.
Yeah.
See how it is?
I know.
Already going great.
They're like, audio is okay for one mic. What is in front of the camera near Michelle's left arm?
Oh, the mic. It's only... Oh. I will keep getting further away from the mic. So,
just turn it up.
but luckily I speak loudly. So
we both have
back
big
here.
mouths. It's fine. No, it's okay. You're good.
All right, we'll try that. Let us know if there's problems. Anyways,
I'm like, what's that say?
When I tell y'all I'm excited about tonight's case, like I know we always say like, oh, this one's really cool. We've been looking forward to this. But like as I was researching this case, I was like, what? I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Like
she's been talking about this forever.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you're just immediately like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody already has movie rights to it or something.
I'm surprised that you haven't seen anything like that yet.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a movie. Like even if they, made a fiction, change the names or whatever, but it's like obviously influenced. Like this is almost like John Wick with a mom. Like except not as vengeful, more justice. And
I don't know. I mean, she's badass.
She's super badass.
She dove into it. Yeah. I got like the cliff notes, so I'm going to be learning along as you guys do.
Yeah.
It's going to be way cool.
So you're going to actually start making the cocktail.
I am.
While I start saying hi to people in chat. So
I'm not allowed to say hi to
She's not allowed to say hi to people in chat.
Okay.
Not after all that nonsense with watching somebody else's stream.
But I wasn't meaning to. It doesn't get any bigger. Okay.
That one.
That was like a nostril shot. Did you see that?
Oh, I was trying to find the assets.
The assets.
This is what we're making tonight, y'all.
All right.
This is Peach Mint Julep. The whole thing is in the description. So you can follow along by just clicking more in the description. And you'll see exactly what she's making. Did any of the patrons grab the ingredients when we threw that out a couple days ago? Yeah, because I know ginger syrup's not... We had to make it.
Yeah, but it tells you how.
But it's super easy to make. I mean, pretty easy. I didn't know if you needed to peel ginger or not, but I was right that you do, so winning.
Okay, so we're making the Peach Mint Julep. I figured that I'm glad that one won, considering I was just at a derby party not too long ago, so...
Both our cocktail and case are very May appropriate, like a Mother's Day type case and a Kentucky Derby sort of styled cocktail. So.
I mean, it didn't work out very well for the mother, but
we're so good at this. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers.
So you guys, were we gonna try and double screen that, or did we decide not to?
Double
while I make it,
because that one I don't have as a separate thing. That one is already in here as a media. I don't have that as a
got it
thingamajig. So that's why I was like, it's in the description, y'all.
Okay. Well, then just real quick, what we're going to do is we made our ginger syrup. And then now we're going to use ginger beer, bourbon, lemon juice, mint leaves, peach slices, and the ginger syrup that we made.
Yeah. So. And basically you're going to muddle everything but the bourbon and ginger beer first.
Yes.
Which makes sense. Then you add the bourbon and ginger beer, stir it, add ice, and you're ready.
Is this all pre-measured?
That's not pre-measured.
Okay.
Yeah. This is your jigger.
Yeah. One.
And it has little marks inside. Christine Vasco's in the chat. She gave me this, and I am obsessed with it because it has marks. See, 3/4 ounce, half ounce. Okay.
Oh.
And this side's 2 ounces, and then it's got a mark for 1.5 ounce. Isn't it the bomb diggity?
I needed that when Will was lying to me and telling me that was 2 ounces.
Right?
And it wasn't.
The one you gave me also has those.
I love that one. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you're going to put those in, and I'm going to say hi to Kat.
Okay.
You're not allowed to talk. Because you were trying to watch somebody else. Ta-da. Bubble back glass, of course. Obviously.
The best glass.
It's so cute. And I'm going to say hi to all my peeps in here. Michael S. was in here early. Good evening. Crime Curious. Christine Vasco just gave her a shout out. I knew I'd seen her name. And I know she's always into these. And it's a little bit earlier for the East Coast peoples.
Yes.
So you want...
I wish I could... I'm blind.
I told you could use this one.
Okay. Better.
Boom. So
you can just lay it down. I'll see it.
No,
just lay it down. Okay. I'm good.
Who did I... Oh, Christine. It's Sugar Kitty. What's up? She mean a purr. How's it going, dude? And she said, dude. I said it unironically. That's more than half an ounce.
It says
half an ounce.
No, it doesn't. Oh, is this lemon juice?
Lemon juice. That's the ginger syrup. Just kidding. Man, you got to keep your eye on this one. That is what I have learned from every get together. Yeah. She's shady. Audio. Oh yeah. He let us know that the audio seems alright. Hey, Big Big, what's happening? Thank you for coming by and hitting the like. We got the husband in the chat. I think he's outside having a cigar. All by his lonesome because Will was not able to come down this weekend. So Nick is all by himself. It's just the girls. We've already had a very late night last night. So, James Morgan, how's it going, dude? I just did it again. I cannot remember the last time I said dude, and I've said it twice tonight.
Hey, dude.
A little old-fashioned hello, buddy. I changed it up. Buddy is my normal. Sugar Kitty, everybody's chit-chatting. Hey, Top Dog, you were able to make it. Awesome. How's it going, buddy? Now I'm like catching myself every day.
Buddy. Hey, buddy.
Mr. Jigs, cheers. Person. She's trying not to say buddy and dude. Amigo. Did he use a vegetable? So I used a vegetable peeler, and Nick's like, if you use a spoon, it's easier. I was like, that doesn't, I just immediately quoted Robin Hood. Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. That's all I know about spoons. And is safer. A potato peeler is safe. I've only cut myself like once as a kid with a potato peeler. You gotta peel the other way. Yay! Glad you're getting used. Oh yeah, I'm getting every cocktail I make. I pretty much always make with that sugar. Everybody's chit chatting. Awesome. So she has added the lemon juice and simple syrup.
Yep.
And mint leaves for
the mint leaves in. I didn't realize it took so many mint leaves.
I know,
Holy moly, that's
and
a
of
lot.
course, the first grocery store I went to today didn't have any mint leaves.
Okay.
So
with the mint leaves, and then we're gonna put in the
peach
slices, two of them.
Yeah.
Were we supposed to peel them?
Nick asked me if I said no.
Okay.
He said it doesn't matter.
Because
we're not gonna eat them.
I might eat them.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. 1, 2,
3 more. I don't know. I'm not from Georgia.
Okay. So we're
now you muddle that.
Now we muddle.
Yeah.
We muddle.
And it says bourbon, but I actually picked up the Wild Turkey 101 rye. Hopefully this is enough. I think so. It's
Oh yeah, we're good.
1.5 ounces for each.
Where's our ginger beer?
So it's kind of behind. Actually, there's no way in hell.
I have T-Rex arms. Okay, these are not. They're not very ripe peaches. Maybe we should have heated them up a little.
I didn't want you to have overripe, so. Whoops. So when you're muddling, that could happen. Make sure you have towels on hand. We're making a short out of that. For sure. that's how. Do you think the wooden one would work easy because it's spiked?
Is this one not spiked?
That one's not spiked.
Oh yeah, I need a spiky one.
Yeah. You're gonna rinse it.
It's not spiky.
On the ground. Okay.
That was amazing.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Do you
You
need to
spank
refill
your
that
mint
one?
before you put it in the glass at the garnish at the end.
Always spank the mint.
We really should have heated this up.
The peaches?
All right, I'm just gonna muddle the mint the best I can.
Yeah.
These are like rock hard peaches.
What if we chop them? No wonder Nick had such a difficult. Oh, so the part we didn't know. It's a learning process over here on Criminals and Cocktails. Oh, Nick's like, I've got Pikesville. So if we are low on this one, we can add a little Pikesville. Of course, that's 14 proof. No, 9 proof. Higher.
All right. So is anybody else having peaches? Is there a trick that I don't? Oh, look, I'm getting it.
Oh, slowly.
We'll never get to the crime at this point.
You know, we'll be halfway through. Christine Vasquez loves Pikesville. I mean, it is a barely legal rye, at least.
Yeah.
So.
Right, I'm muddling.
Away on this.
Okay.
So tonight we are doing the case of Miriam Rodriguez. Also, make sure you have water on hand. And this case is super cool. I will say, like, it's easy to say, like, oh, she's, getting revenge or vengeance or whatever. But I would say it's more justice. Like, it's not about vengeance so much as she wants these people to, I mean, it's not much of a spoiler. She wants the kidnappers and killers of her daughter to be brought to justice. Like, she's not trying to.
She's a better person.
She's not like full on vigilante. Like, I'm just out here to kill them. She's like, I want them to be brought to justice. So.
Oh, what a good human!
Yeah, like
I don't know that I would feel that way.
I know, right? Like, it's kind of like,
especially if it's the cartel.
So it's like not only is she badass, but like there's multiple examples in this of like she's just also like a legit great person. It seems like Miriam Rodriguez is the coolest, and she has the coolest last name. So obviously, I'm not biased at all. It would make a good fruit cocktail after. Yeah, you could just eat the peach afterwards because it'll be all soaked.
Is that like? Never mind.
I don't know.
Nick would know what I was about to say when you soak the bathtub stuff. Yeah, it was an 80s thing. You put
the punch in the
bathtub?
the
bathtub punch.
Oh, okay.
What is that called, you guys? I can't think of what that's called.
Bathtub punch?
No.
Is this one of those Team Gen
like
X things?
Watermelon and
have y'all made punch in your bathtubs? You nasty freaks.
I made it in one of those big coolers.
Sure.
But I've had it out of a bathtub.
Oh, that's so nasty.
And later I was like, I really hope they clean that.
MC points out afterwards they'd be macerated peaches. Yum. Jungle juice?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought jungle juice was just
a
bunch of random stuff put together.
I think there's another name for it, but
yeah,
that one
but
runs
it's also
right.
a jungle. But I would also like to pop in a chair. Okay, you do it, James Morgan. Purple Jesus. Nick said Purple Jesus, aka a PJ.
I never heard that.
What?
What? I never heard that. I don't know.
Dear 80s people, are y'all okay?
No,
okay?
we're really not.
So, as always, we're going to give a quick little disclaimer before jumping into the case while she's
still muddling,
struggling through the muddle.
Still muddling.
Muddling through?
Muddling through the muddle.
Right. So, before we get into the case, this case contains potentially triggering topics such as I'm sorry, it's supposed to be laughing.
You better start over.
Yeah.
Start over with the disclaimer.
Going back, disclaimer. This case contains potentially triggering topics such as homicide and loss of your grown child. If you feel that these topics may be too difficult for you to hear. We encourage you to listen to your inner voice and wait to join us next week in chat. Also, we do take these topics. This is the worst way to say this. We do take these topics seriously. Just not when she's muddling everything all over herself. But truly, we do respect, and as you can tell, I have a ridiculous amount of respect for Miriam Rodriguez and the victims of these cases. But we do often use humor and lighthearted comments to tone it down. Or we just muddle and pour whiskey all over ourselves.
I just remembered halfway through this, we have the overlay now.
Yeah, but we didn't update it for this one because it's like specialized to each. So,
but that was interesting. No, seriously, guys, though, it is a serious thing.
Yeah. Also, we're not professionals. All of our content comes from the research we've done, and we were talking about it. We do try to make it clear when it's like we couldn't confirm. Different sources said different things, so we try to make it clear like
this
is contradicting. But normally it's more just like a little bit of timeline stuff, nothing super crazy. So, okay, so I'm trying to, I can't fully.
You can move that around. I'm not even.
I know what you're saying, Michelle, but I can't remember the name. Oh, Christine knows what your hairy buffalo? Does that sound right?
No, but that sounds interesting.
I wonder if different regions also have, I bet different regions have different names for it. So I wonder what the serial killer region of the United States calls it.
Are you talking about where I live?
I'm talking about the PNW.
Oh. Okay,
where you would have been.
Will, are you still in chat? Will, are you still in chat? What's that shit we used
to
do
remember
out of
what it's called?
bathtubs? Yeah, if you move that all the way over there, we'd probably both be able to see it.
And it would be so far away.
No, here.
It will still be behind the camera. Now it's very much behind the camera.
Okay. What'd you do?
It goes into full screen.
Now it's all our face. Woof, look at big faces.
Right? Okay.
So muddling. All right, guys, sorry.
Muddling through.
See, MC's working on her muddling technique.
PJ was more Myrtle Beach, South Carolina thing. Oh, the purple Jesus thing. James Morgan says, you look well in control. No, I think you're killing it.
I'm killing it, all right.
She is crushing it. So those look mostly muddled. Oh, yeah, crush it. Those look mostly muddled.
Not really.
Where are you going to put this?
I have space.
If I could show y'all what she means.
I got space.
Zero space. There is no space. Like, that's an empty bottle. Why is that even up there?
I don't know why it's up there. I don't live here.
I don't live here. That's my problem. Okay. So you'll see it there and then have to click it here to click. Because I can't have too many things on the internet here.
Oh, no, I'm not putting it on the internet.
Okay.
I was just going to read. Oh, wait, I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt, can you see it now? Because after this, you'll be taking care of seeing all the things. And you've got this mouse right here.
Okay.
So put it where you can see the comments, basically. We can move this to make it. Okay.
How does this freaking... Okay, you guys, I don't know how to work this. What the hell is this?
I don't understand. It's a mouse. It's vertical. It's more ergonomic.
Is it this way?
Yeah. It's more ergonomic.
Which? How do you click?
This guy. With your pointer finger, just like you normally would.
So like...
Y'all, I'm teaching you so much.
I'm learning.
They grow up so fast.
Oh, not really.
See, it does that. I can also fix things.
Your mouse is weird.
Yeah. I love it though. Okay, so we've... Nope, you don't want to do that. Here, don't move because I've also got a mouse over here. There.
She has a mouse too because she doesn't trust me with the mouse.
You can't be trusted.
Okay.
Back to wherever you need. Meanwhile, everything is muddled. So now we can add 1.5 ounces of whiskey. In our case, we're going with some Wild Turkey Rye, unless we run out.
Okay, are you taking over my cocktail because I'm trying? You gave me the mouse. Don't give me the mouse.
That's all good.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Good. Take the mic away.
I wasn't taking it away.
Yeah, we don't have enough.
We don't have enough? You guys, we are professionals. We're professionals. This isn't getting any more muddled, okay?
I'm going to do 1 ounce of this for each, and then we'll add a 1/2 ounce of Pike's Bell to each.
Sounds good.
That was close, but we saved it, so...
I mean, at this point, I'm basically
You're
a cocktail.
already a walking cocktail, so I'm going to pour that in the other one.
Oh.
It's just like, give me all the whiskey, and none for you. There we go.
Good job.
And then real quick, I'm going to grab the Pikesville. Entertain the masses.
Hi, masses. Okay. You know what's entertaining? Are we supposed to? Oh.
Where is the Pikesville? Oh.
So ginger beer. That's what we're doing now. Ginger beer. And then this is 4 ounces, right?
Only it's yeah, it's supposed
this
to
is
add
6.8, so we need 4 ounces of the ginger beer.
Yeah.
You know what's odd?
Huh.
It seems like everyone, maybe it's because it's Kentucky Derby month, but everybody wants me to drink ginger beer, and I'm not a fan.
Oh, you put this. This was on your list. You had already put this on the list.
Oh yeah, patrons picked it though.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to?
Yeah, 4 ounces to each.
Right. When am I supposed to strain it?
You never strain.
Oh, you don't? It stays in there?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe we should have picked bigger glasses. So.
It's all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. It's fine.
We're gonna make it.
We're just gonna do half.
Choose a larger glass. That's the next lesson for today. See, Michael's on my side. That wrist position is more natural for smoother movement and less chance of developing carpal tunnel from repetitive movements.
What are we talking about? Oh, the mouse.
By having it like this instead of like this.
You know,
it's more ergonomic. You're welcome.
You know, I barely function through tech right now as it is. And I was the one in the house.
That's to my husband? Okay.
I was the only one in the house that knew how to program the VCR.
Oh, yeah? Why do you have a VCR?
I don't know.
Oh, I was like, you still have a VCR?
Now I'm like, I even went to school and learned how to like reprogram computers and all this stuff. But that was like before Windows 7.
So did you add the 1 ounce to each?
Yeah.
And then the other one needs ginger beer,
yeah.
And we're good.
Yep. Wow, longest cocktail ever.
So much for... Oh, that'll be super quick and easy because you'll do it in the background while I see.
That didn't work.
We learned a lot of lessons.
I blame it on the peaches.
During this.
Okay, something lied.
Oh, that did have 8 ounces?
No, it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to have 6.8. So.
Oh, time to try ginger beer.
Oh, no, I see what I did. Wow.
That one's mine then.
What? No, I still need to put.
Okay. So let's get started on the case of Miriam. Right. Well, let's try a sip of it now that we're.
Where's the ice going?
It's right here.
No,
told you we need more ice. We needed that we should switch to bigger glasses.
Go ahead.
I think it's going to be 1 cube per.
Let me stir first because we're not stirring once the ice cube goes in. All right, guys. So this is the shit show we have going on right now.
Pre-ice.
So we'll give it a little.
Don't use a rocks glass.
A little swirly.
Okay.
I don't trust you.
Oh, thanks. Rude. Do. Stir carefully and gently. That is mine.
We could probably put 2 in there.
And then grab yours. We're so prepared.
It's stuck together.
Oh.
We'll see if 2 fit.
Oh! Do I need to grab you a straw?
Let's see. Hold on.
She might need a straw. Oh! I mean, you've already got so much on you, it doesn't matter too much, but you know.
I'm getting there.
How is it? Let's take a sippy sip, and then we will get
I just needed to make it to where I could cheers you. Okay. Okay. Wow, that was probably the most difficult time we've had making a cocktail. Yeah. I should not be allowed to. It really needs to be colder.
With more ice, I think I would actually really like this.
Okay, cheers.
So once it chills, this could be really good.
Yeah, I think it just needs to be colder.
Yeah.
Ah.
Give it a little time, and I might add one more ice cube now that I've got space.
Even though it's got ginger beer in it.
Right.
And I feel like if I was able to muddle those peaches a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not getting the peach.
Mixing down episode 23 of Oak and... Oh, nice.
Oh, heck yeah. Sweet.
Oak and agave.
Oak and agave. I dig it. Okay. We made drinks.
MC, did you see the message that I sent you today on... Actually, it was like 20 minutes ago. All right, we're way too far in. I'm so sorry. Yep. I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit. It's already 6:30. Okay. So we are going to get in now finally to the case. Miriam Rodriguez. As she very gently mixes our drinks. So, January 23rd. Set the scene. Oof, nice, beautiful garnish. I'm sorry, that probably came through really. It just drops in on himself.
Well, there's no little sticky and there's no cut. garnish. There's no cut.
Literally nothing. She goes, bloop. And that one's about as muddled as the others.
Okay, sorry.
Summertime desserts.
Those of you that came to hear about Miriam, I'm very sorry. We're done making the cocktails. If you made one with us, I hope yours is better than mine.
I'll put a comment afterwards that at 6:30, like I have 30 minutes in, we really get started with the case. So it's perfect, actually. It makes it nice and easy to find. January 23rd, 2014. So really not all that long ago.
No.
20-year-old Karen Rodriguez was driving the family truck when two cars suddenly blocked her at an intersection, and the men jumped out into her truck and took her hostage. They drove her back to her home and tied her up and gagged her. Do not ask me why they drove her back to her home. It makes zero sense to me. I keep thinking about this.
Hold on. So they, what? Say that again?
They block her off at an intersection and they kidnap her. And I'm purposely starting out with like the pah. Mm-hmm. And they get into her truck and they tie her up and gag her and take her back to her home. Her home, not their home.
So they,
her home.
Well, maybe they didn't.
It's a pretty small town, so they all kind of know like where everybody is. But so they take her back to her home. While at the home, somebody knocks on the door, and it's actually her uncle's mechanic because he had come by to look at a car. And so they take him and they tie him and eventually blindfold him, and then they leave with Karen, the 20-year-old.
So they blindfold him, leave him there, and then take the girl.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So he just kind of walks in, but I don't understand why they took her there to begin with.
Maybe they live with their mom.
No, because it becomes clear they had places to go.
Oh. Okay.
So they just did that.
Okay.
So that's Karen Rodriguez, 2014. So as of January 2014, Miriam Rodriguez was 53 years old, and she was living in San Fernando, which is actually a fairly small town in Tamaulipas, Mexico. And I'm like loving that I get to do these, except I'm not sure about how to say all of them. Mexico. The way it should be said, like Cuba. It's Cuba. But it's a town very near the border of Texas. So, and she's got 3 children and a husband, and they run this little cowboy rodeo. I think it's actually called Cowboy Rodeo. And they sell like cowboy boots and cowboy hats and that kind of stuff.
Is it like a rodeo though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just a shop. But she also works as a nanny in Texas. So she spends a lot of the week actually at a house in Texas.
Okay.
And so she travels back and forth all the time. And she's got the 3 kids. Her oldest is Luis, and he's moved away to the capital of, so Tamaulipas is like the state, basically. And the capital is Ciudad Victoria. Ciudad, which just means city. Okay. Victoria City.
Got it.
And which is like 2 hours away or something, while they still live in little San Fernando. And the reason he moved away is because there's a lot of cartel activity there, because it's a small town right along this highway into Texas. And so it's like where a lot of the drug trafficking is occurring.
It's like on the Mexico side of the border. Mm-hmm. This happened. Mm-hmm. So this happened in Mexico, but they're right on the border.
Right.
Okay, I'm with you now.
And
Got
she
it.
like does some of her work in Texas.
Cheers, artfully bourbon Scott.
While her other daughter, Azalea, I'm not sure.
Azalea, I like that better.
Right. She lives still in San Fernando, but she doesn't live with them. She's older and has her own place. And then Karen is her 20-year-old daughter, the youngest, and she's still in school and helps run the shop, and so she still lives with them. And lots of places in the area have closed because of all of this cartel violence. And again, due to that proximity of the highway, plus like it used to be the Gulf cartel, but in the past couple of years, there's been like factions splitting off, which means like cartel versus cartel violence and increased.
So like the mafia, but like the different types of mafia, but in Mexico.
So there's like the Gulf cartel, and the Zeta cartel has like split off from it. So and apparently like, you know, and I'm sure it's like got a lot of sort of internal politics to it in a way, kind of thing. So that go on. And with this, kidnappings have become like super common. To the extent so common that the local banks now have loan programs for paying ransoms because having a family member kidnapped is so common.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that has become a thing there. So while
Do you have
she's,
to have good credit?
I don't know how the credit thing works. But they owned a local shop, and it's kind of thought maybe that's why she was targeted, was because they knew that they owned a shop and so that they could afford to pay some kind of ransom kind of thing.
Okanagan, best place in the world. That's where Will and I stay. We're going in September, and we're going to the newer one just up the road. We haven't been there. Okay, sorry.
What are we
I got excited. You're gonna love it.
So,
oh no, we're going to the Coral. Sorry, that's where we're going. Tell me how it is. We're going in September.
Oh, you're going to the same one?
Yeah.
Same place. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it's up the road from the one we usually go to.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
Sorry.
So, beep, beep, beep. So Miriam was in Texas on this day, nannying, when her older daughter, as I called, and told her that something terrible has happened with Karen. And little thing that's going to come back up later, she immediately wrote a note quitting and was like, I have to go. I'm quitting. I have to go. The mom, Miriam, and to come back home and try and take care of what's going on.
Where was she at?
She was in Texas nannying.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so she left America and went down to Mexico because she gets a call that her daughter's been kidnapped.
Yeah. So
oh God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
So Mike Stall's here, by the way.
While she is, what's up?
Mike Stall's here.
Oh, what's up, Mike? While she was on the bus home, an older gentleman saw her and saw like how upset she was, and so came over and asked what was wrong. And so she just kind of broke down and told him. And he hands her a card, and he's like, this is my son's number, Alex. And he is a Marine, a Mexican Marine, which I think is a bit different than like federal controlled Army and Marines like we have here sort of deal. Because it seems like they're a little bit independent from what happens later.
Okay.
But so that's how she gets this card. And she, at the time, she's kind of like, okay.
I'm just going to put it
like,
away.
Thanks, but like, we're still, early days. And as she's being picked up from the bus stop by her daughter, she gets a call from the kidnappers. They let Karen come onto the phone, and she's just immediately, just give them what money you can. So they do. They get together all their life savings. They go to the bank. They get one of these pay a ransom loans that they do, and they pay up close to $10,000.
Do you think it's better to pay the ransom or not pay the ransom? I mean,
from my understanding, it sounds like others were getting their family members back if they did. So it's like, I think they, sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't. And the cartels were very violent and very unstable, and like also with the leadership changing all over the place, it was just disorganized. So it's not like this was an organized system. They had like somebody could just go off and decide to kill that one anyways, sort of thing. Yeah. So it's just a terrible situation to be in. So they pay it. They wait around at the place they were told to wait around. Nobody comes by. Karen. Nobody brings Karen. So either within 2 days or a month later, and either she made contact with the drug cartel, or they kind of like veered her off the road and had her follow them to this restaurant. One way or the other, she meets up with 2 members of the Zeta cartel. And the guy is claiming, like, we didn't do it. It wasn't the Zetas. But I could help you if you pay me $1,600, like close to $2,000.
The thumbnail was that picture of the Zetas. Those are some Zetas.
Yeah, I think so.
But I had to hunt for a picture of Zetas. Like,
it
was hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, and this is recent enough. Like, a lot of the names, a lot of the stuff is kept unknown. A lot of the details aren't clear because it was so dangerous to, retaliation was very much a thing. So a lot of these resources come from like one investigator
that finally grew some cojones.
Journalist, like from the New York Times, and now has written a book, but he was based in Mexico and Central America, and that he dug into it, kind of thing. Not like local police or anything.
Yeah, but still, it's not like they can't come get him in New York. Or
Exactly. So it's like huge that we even have as much details as we have about this.
2012 that she was abducted.
It was 2014. I have 2014.
Oh, moving on.
But it's in the past.
Could be.
Decade-ish. So What was I saying? So this guy meets up with them, and he's like, we're gonna do it. But he would say like contradictory things, like she's behaving so well, like we want to get her home to you or something like that. And like Miriam was like, this doesn't add up, but at the same time she's desperate, so she pays him the $1,600.
You want to believe it,
right? And while he's there, somebody calls him on the walkie-talkie and says his first name, Sama, Sama. And after a week, he's no longer taking her calls. He's clearly just taking her money and isn't actually investigating or helping or anything. So after a month of this, after there's been now a few different failed ransom attempts, Miriam is staying with Azalea, and at one point she just suddenly gets up off the couch. She goes upstairs, takes a shower, washes her hair, does her makeup, puts on some nice clothes. And you can imagine for the past month she's been so stressed, she's barely showered at all or whatever. And she's just, I feel like it's the equivalent of like women's like everything shower. Where it's like you do your maintenance showers and then you do like the everything shower. I feel like it was like
washing all the bits.
Right, yeah, shaving all the bit, all the stuff,
Yeah.
And so, like, I think it was that equivalent. And then she comes back down, nice clothes, makeup done and everything. And she says to her daughter, she's like, Karen's not coming back. Like, I know this. We're never seeing Karen again. And she says, quote, I'm going to find the people who did this to my daughter and make them pay.
I love that.
Like, and she was like, she wasn't crying. She wasn't upset. She was staying in.
Of her all put together.
Yeah, she was staying at, actually here. Oh, is it in? Is it uploaded?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I have no idea. Let's see. Go ahead.
She's saying this like super matter of fact. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is Miriam.
She's like, I'm going to make them pay.
Yeah. This is the point where she's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's time.
I think it's amazing. You go, lady. I want that kind of mom.
So I wrote the name of this next section as Let Justice Roll Down Like Waters, because that was said in like a Agatha Christie book I just read, and I'm like, it's such a good line. It's from the Bible, but I think it's such a good line. And that's what she initiates now. So now it's been a month after the kidnapping, and I'm gonna have another sip of it. Actually, I do think this is getting better.
Yeah, I have another ice cube.
As it gets colder. I'm kind of digging it, even though the ginger's not too strong. But again,
no, it's not
the
bad.
peach is not really coming
But
through.
you've got the ginger beer and the ginger, what do you call that?
Syrup. Yeah, I thought it would be a bit too much, but...
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
There we go. So, now, remember that phone number she got from the old man on the bus? So she calls up Alex, this Marine guy. And so she kind of initiates contact, explains the situation or whatever, and now he's like a regular contact of hers. And at one point, while she's out and about, she sees these two girls. I think they were like at the bus stop. And girls, I mean like early 20s kind of thing.
Okay.
I didn't see anywhere that actually said any specifics.
At a bus stop.
Yeah, and they were using Karen's laptop.
How did she know it was Karen's laptop?
I don't know. Like it could be, if Karen was anything like me, she might have stickers on the back of it or something. And so she like saw it and immediately was like, that's Karen's laptop. Like, what the fuck?
What are the chances?
Maybe that's why they went back to the house, so that they could take some of her stuff. I do not understand why. But so she calls up Alex. She's like, I am watching these two girls right now. They have my daughter's laptop. Like, and he's like, then they probably know something.
Can you imagine the self-control that took to make a phone call versus running up there?
And just being like, what the fuck did you do to my daughter? So she calls him up. So fucking Alex brings in a group of his Mexican Marine buddies. Mm-hmm. They capture the girls and question them about this.
I love that. Capture the girls.
Capture the girls. Like, pick them up in the car. And basically they get out of the girls that there's this ranch. And so the girls lead them and take them to this ranch. And, like, this is an active ranch. Like, the cartel is at this ranch right now.
Oh my God.
At that, at this point in the story.
The cartel's at the ranch.
Present at the ranch. So it's not like, oh, this was an old one we used to use. Like, this is our current place. And so they go, and Miriam goes with them, because she's like, you're not fucking leave me out of any of this. And they're like, well, we need to keep you in disguise. They can't, they know who you are. So she puts on a Marine uniform, and she's there. And they're like, stay back or whatever. So she's there, and they're a bit ahead, and she hears shooting. And now there's a full-on cartel versus Marines shootout. By the way, the Marines kick their asses. So, and it's not like a ton of people were there at that moment, kind of thing. So they kill 4 cartel members initially in that shootout, and find some live kidnapping victims there at the ranch.
Like more than
multiple.
Okay,
but not Karen. But they do find others, and so they do save and free these other live kidnapping victims that were there caught by this cartel. And
can you imagine Karen's like, oh my God, she's not here.
Yeah.
Not Karen, sorry. Miriam.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's not
but
here.
Miriam does walk around and finds bone shards in different places, and she finds a scarf and a seat cushion that belonged to Karen.
Oh my God.
Like a seat cushion from that truck kind of thing. So like at this point, she's kind of confirming in her head that she's probably right. And in the process, they also find some previous victims that had been killed. And in interviewing those 2 girls, they kill them. And I'm not going to go into details. It's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
So now we've already had a shootout at a ranch, all because Miriam was called up the Marines when she saw
she's badass.
people with their weapons.
Do we all understand why she wanted to do this so badly?
Right?
But even we're in Utah. I'm up in Midvale
we're at my place.
At Adriana's.
Or down in Midvale at my place.
Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, I know where it is. I just don't say it right.
So now we've had a shootout, and throughout this, she's also been trying to like make contact with that mechanic that had been present.
Yeah.
But he's like terrified. So like it's all through, I think, like Facebook messages that he's not willing to even, because he's terrified. Rightfully, he knows he was a witness there, and they might come after him if they think he's doing anything or whatever.
I don't think I'd put anything in writing, like
right? No. Yeah. So, but finally, she describes this guy Sama that she met up with at that restaurant to him, and he's like that perfectly. And Sama had been all like, "We had nothing to do with it, but I'll help you." And he's like, "That perfectly matches the guy who was like leading that group who kidnapped your daughter."
Wait,
Sama, the mechanic, is telling her that guy that you met up with at the restaurant and you overheard his name was Sama, and that's all you know about him. His description sounds exactly like the guy who was there and kidnapped and everything. So
holy moly, guys.
And I saw one thing where they said that like he'd heard his name also, but I'm not sure if that's really true. So basically it confirms to her Sama's involved. So now she has like just a little nothing practically of a thing to go on, and she's like narrows in.
I mean, she was nannying before this, right?
Right, she's nannying and running a cowboy boots store. Yeah, like,
You go, Miriam.
So with this, she starts looking through social media and like her daughter's stuff and any friends of her daughters and going through all the pictures and see if she can't find some of these people and
get social
some more
stalking,
get some more details, and it works. So what she finds, this is so crazy. She finds one picture of a guy that looks like he could be Sama, and he's sitting next to, he's like with his arm around this other girl wearing a ice cream store's like uniform, like
she works at an ice cream shop.
She works at Froyo or whatever kind of thing. It's a chain. It's not like just the one store. She can go there. And it's a shop that's in Ciudad Victoria, the place a couple hours away that her son lives. So she goes to Ciudad Victoria and just starts spending all her time sitting outside all the chain locations until she sees that girl. Then she stays sitting outside of that one, watching that girl's schedule and everything, until one day she sees Sama pull up and pick up that girl. Now she drives back and finds their address. And she knows this is still not enough. So then, I know this part so well because I think it's great. So then, she used to work in some public health office or whatever, so she had an old uniform. So she puts on that uniform, cuts her hair, dyes it red like you see in the picture, and makes it like a little fake badge, gets a clipboard, and starts pretending she's doing a poll with all of the neighbors, finding out all the information she can.
She's so lucky to be alive.
Right? So
oh my God.
Chasing down a very active cartel, one of the, not super high ups, but a leader in the cartel kind of thing. So And so she gets all of this information together, and she's got like a whole file that she creates. And most of the police are not interested, partly because some are corrupt, some are like afraid, and it's like this isn't enough to go on. But she finds one federal officer who is, and he remains anonymous because it would put him very much in danger for anybody to know who it was that actually participated in this, who is like really impressed, and he gets the arrest warrant. But by the time she finds one officer who's interested in her file, Sama's kind of heard through the grapevine that somebody's been asking about him and everything, and he has skipped town. So she's done all of it. But now that she has Sama's last name, she can start stalking him on social media, and she starts kind of creating a list of his associates and who might also be involved.
I love that.
For her to be doing this. And it's that slow work that it's like, cops just don't have, they've got multiple cases. It would cost too much money to have a cop just sitting outside an ice cream shop. You don't even know if she works at that and she doesn't have the resources they do. But like, you don't know the name or whatever.
I love how MC says, never make mama angry. I picture her with her bright red hair sitting there, and I picture her now outside an ice cream shop with a laptop or a tablet with a spreadsheet, and she's like, Sama number 1, accomplice number 2, and she's like, I love it. I love it. She's like, good.
I hope she had like,
make you pay.
Like, you know, like insulting nicknames for them until she found out their real name kind of thing, you know, like Little Dick number 1, you know, douchebag number 2, like that kind of crap. Like, I hope that's how she called them until, you know, she actually had.
I'd like to enter into evidence Exhibit A.
Yeah, right. So now, September 14th, 2015, this is actually Mexico's Independence Day. Her son, Luis, who again is in Ciudad Victoria, where the ice cream shop is and everything. They haven't been able to find, because Sama skipped town. Luis is closing up shop because parades are going and everything, and all kinds of people are going by. And who does he see hanging out, checking out some of the cowboy hats that Luis is selling? Fucking Sama with his girlfriend.
Oh.
And of course, Luis has all the pictures and stuff that his mom has been.
Oh my God.
He's like very much up on this. So he calls his mom, she calls the cops, and they have him follow Sama around for like a good half hour until the cops can get to his location, and they arrest Sama.
Yeah.
And this is just, now it's like she's gotten her first arrest. And now it's like, now she can get some information. And Sama starts telling some things and confirms Karen's death and how she died and everything. So, but one of the names he gives up is Christian Gonzalez. What do we got here?
I was looking at Just a Price. So, Women of Whiskey, she looks kind of like a Latin Tammy Brennecke. You know?
Oh,
maybe. Let's look again.
I can see it.
Let's see. Do you guys see that? I don't know if I see that.
I can actually kind of see it.
Especially before she dyed her hair red, maybe.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I can kind of see it. Okay. Water. Everybody drink water.
2 cray-crays. What's your husband saying now?
Oh, boy.
You need to hydrate. Good choice on beer and coconut. I don't think that's for us, but something about us being cray-cray.
I mean, that's fair.
It's fine. I mean,
yeah,
it's a thing. Go ahead.
There's something
like Stella. Oh, I'm way up there.
Yeah, there's something way further down that somebody's. Hey, Tim Corney, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, Dad. I did highlight it. I just didn't tell you because you were on a roll.
I was on a roll. I think further down.
Yeah, I think it rolled. It did rolling. Right. Okay.
I don't know what I saw. Anyways.
Women of Whiskey's The Touch of Old, Adriana Banana.
Yeah, buddy.
Me with these.
Michael, that's what it was. Social media is a gold mine for finding people, especially back then.
Yeah, it wasn't as sneaky, shady.
What's Michael say for the nicknames?
Adriana, the nickname's douchebag would have been better said in Spanish.
I don't know
for me, is that a word? I'm sure it is.
Well, also Mexican has different slang than Puerto Rican slang. And so it's like I often don't know the equivalents kind of thing. Finally and lastly, right? It's always nice when we get to go a little earlier and kind of do this sort of thing. Oh, you know what we didn't mention? Speaking, Tim Corney is here. Thank you for reminding me. We have a date for the Alzheimer's fundraiser. It is going to be August 2nd. So that'll be the first Saturday of August.
In Idaho.
Up in Idaho. which works out great because her birthday is the day before. So it means I get to come up and celebrate her birthday the night before the Alzheimer's fundraiser.
Yeah.
So that is back on this year. I'm going to be yapping about it. You're going to be seeing tons of posts about it. But it's going to be super fun as always and just an awesome community. So
and we're hoping to stream it on a couple different platforms this time to get more ending Alzheimer awareness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so start spreading the word wherever you go. Spread the word.
It'll still be on the Whiskey Mountains channel.
Yes.
Like it always has been.
Yeah. So, but it'll be up in Idaho again.
It will. In our new bar.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so Justice is rolling down like water. So she's gotten her first arrest now, basically. And he gives up the name Christian Gonzalez. And this guy is only 18 years old.
Who guy?
Christian Gonzalez. And they bring him in.
Wait, Sama snitched?
Sama snitched. Sama freaking snitched.
Not so badass now, Sama.
Right? So I know some of them escaped, so I'm like, I'd be careful. We haven't even started, Tim. So this is the first announcement of it. So this is the very beginning.
We picked a date last night.
Yeah, we just picked a date.
Today.
So, yeah.
Today.
So I'm going to start posting links and everything, but I got to get that all set up this week. So, but okay. And also, like...
I think he meant, like, in total, have you raised?
Oh! I have to go back and look. I think I'm either over 40,000 or over 50,000. It's pretty awesome. So I think we broke 50,000 last year. Total. Okay, so they bring in Christian Gonzalez, and he's only 18. And what I love about this, and this is very different from an American investigation, is that, like, so Luis, Miriam's son, calls his mom, and he's like, I see Sama. So she gets the cops involved, and now Luis is on the phone with them. They arrest Sama. The cops call up Miriam, and they're like, all right, we got him. Meet us at the station. And they invite her to come watch the interrogation and everything. Like, she's very much a part of all of it, sort of deal. And so
I mean, she did single-handedly take it down.
Right? She's the reason they got him. So, and, so, like, she's listening and everything. And she sees him as how young that he is, kind of thing. And so, and she's a mom. And she's very, like, this is what I'm saying about, like, being an amazing person. And so at one point she hears him ask for his mom and if he can have a sandwich. And, like, she had brought some lunch, but, like, didn't have the appetite kind of thing. So at one point the cops step out. So she goes in because apparently that's okay. And she just starts talking to him and gives her the rest of her lunch and just kind of, like, acts as a motherly. And she's not trying to manipulate. She honestly just kind of feels bad that because of his growing up, that this was the environment he was pulled into so young.
I don't know. I mean, I get that if you're an outside person looking. Yeah. But if I'm sitting across from someone who kidnapped and, like, my daughter, I don't know that I'd give you a sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know that he wasn't the one who did it, but he's, like, a part of the gang and can tell her that it happened.
Oh, he wasn't part of the
He wasn't the one who did it. Sama did. Sama did, who gave up.
Sama was not getting a sandwich.
Sama ain't getting shit.
No.
But he gave up this name of Christian. They bring in this young kid for more information just on who else might have known about it.
Oh, he was like, Christian knows more.
Yeah, or just to give them something or something. I don't know.
Frickin' Sama.
Yeah, frickin' Sama. So then Christian's like, spills everything he knows. Every little bit of information he knows, he gives to them. And so he takes them back to that ranch, beat it up. The cops don't know that she's the reason that shootout happened at that ranch a month ago or a few months ago at this point. Like, they don't know that she was there.
That she brought the
That she's
Marines.
Been there before. That she was in Marine uniform at the shootout kind of thing. Like, they have no idea. And she's like,
she's so bad.
La 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 la. Oh, I've never seen this place before. That's crazy. Kind of thing.
Crazy.
This is nuts. So they go in, but Christian tells them, like, obviously, like, they stopped using it, obviously, after that shootout. But this one tractor that's there actually marks where they buried a lot of the bodies. And so now that's where they do dig up and find a bunch of remains. And it takes a year, but after some time, they do confirm that this one femur was Karen's. So now she does finally get full 100% confirmation of what she's known.
Bittersweet, though,
for
right?
a while.
Like,
yeah, but I do think it's important to get that closure in, full
those parents that never get that, I couldn't imagine.
Right, you're just, there's that little inkling of hope. You never
I accept
know.
it, but right back there.
Yeah. So, and what is interesting is when they go back, they see there's a barbecue restaurant near the ranch, and she sees this girl that she knew who like had been a kid growing up near them and had been very in a bad situation. And so she actually used to like give that girl when she was little. Please, Nick, go ahead. Enjoy. She used to give her like Karen's old clothes, this girl. And the first time when she went, for the shootout, Nick just heard me call him. The first time they went for the shootout, she saw this girl, what's her name? Elvia. Stupid name. Elvia Betancourt. They're just like, Elvia Betancourt? That does not sound like a Mexican name or a Hispanic name of any kind. Elvia maybe, but Betancourt. Let's see. We're talking to the kid. It's called Building Report. Yeah.
Building Report.
And learning to his need for. Yeah, but what's funny was like obviously she wasn't taught. She was just acting naturally, but it kind of worked in building that and making him be like, you know what, I'd rather just help y'all, kind of thing.
I miss my mom.
Yeah, so I think it made a difference.
Yeah.
So she, the first time at the shootout, she saw Elvia sitting at this little barbecue restaurant across from the ranch. And she'd gone over and been like, hey, like, have you heard anything about Karen? This is a small town. Everybody knows everybody. They own this cowboy shop. Everybody knows them, kind of thing. And
I'm picturing like a Tex-Mex restaurant right now.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's probably something similar.
Barbecue across from the ranch.
Yeah. And she sits outside of it, kind of thing. And Elvia's like, nah, I don't know anything about what happened with Karen. And now it's way later, and they go back to the ranch, and they find the remains and everything. Guess who's still sitting outside this freaking barbecue restaurant across from the ranch? So Miriam sees this, leaves, and then kind of thinks about it and is suspicious. And so she goes back to social media and starts researching and finds that Elvia is currently dating a gang member that's already on her list from other connections she's made.
Oh, Elvia.
Mm-hmm. And so realizes that Elvia's probably sitting out there acting as a lookout for the ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so...
Miriam's like, I want my freaking clothes back.
Yeah, so sure enough, she gives this information to the police. Because this is what I'm saying. She wants justice, not vengeance. She's doing this the right way.
Good woman.
Of going to the cops and being like, look, I have found useful information for you. Please do something with it the right way that it's supposed to be done. And honestly, had she done it vigilante-wise, she would have been stopped so much sooner. She wouldn't have caught nearly as many people, kind of thing. So by doing it the right way, she did get better results in the end.
Moral of the story.
Yeah. So, and sure enough, their investigation shows that some of the ransom calls for Karen were made from fucking Elvia's house. As a child, this bitch used to be given the clothes that Karen had, like that she'd grown out of.
That's the definition of
like
no good deed.
This is where I'm like, fuck you and your stupid name. Like, screw you. So guess who gets arrested? Arrest number 2, thanks to Miriam Rodriguez, because she's awesome.
Freaking Elvia. No, I don't know. As a mom, I think that would have tipped me.
Right?
I think I would have had
right?
to.
Having that
I think I would have had
connection?
to have like a piece of Elvia.
Yeah, I mean, like that just feels like an extra level of betrayal sort of thing right there. Yeah. So now for over the 3 years from 2014 to 2017, she just keeps hunting down these names on her list. And again, like we don't have like the full details of all of this. This isn't a normal case. It wasn't done by the police. We don't have that kind of recording of it. With the cartel's involvement, there's a lot
it
swept
feels
under
a little
the rug.
surface because it is.
So not just for the sake of time, but also for the sake of we just only have so much information on
and we're not one to like really report theories that much.
Right, yeah. So so one of the ones that had been on her list he used to be a florist before joining the gang. Then he joined the gang for a while. And then he left it and went back to being a
member of the
florist.
cartel. I used to be a florist.
Yeah. Like, okay, you do you. Like,
Every time we murder someone, I supply the flowers.
Yeah, way to embrace your city for the funeral. That's
giving,
how he makes extra money.
Giving back to
for
the family.
The flowers for the piece
I'm
of
going
shit.
straight to hell. Okay.
So, because like some of them, it's like she found and they were either already in jail or later they died, or some had like left the gang kind of thing. And so this is one of the ones who had left the gang. Yeah, or cartel, whatever. And so he's gone back to selling. And what she does over these years is she befriends under disguises the family and friends of these people to get more and more information on them, you know, like real casual, find out what church they go to.
I love
this kind of stuff. Like she's so 100% in on just spending all of her time hunting these people down. So she finds out he's selling flowers again, a couple hours away, right by the like Texas border. Mm-hmm. And she finds him one day, and she gets too excited and kind of comes up too quick, too fast, and he recognizes her, and he tries to run away.
She's like, "I'll get you." No.
Miriam Rodriguez chases him down, tackles him, not fucking kidding, pulls out a pistol because I love this woman. But, does she get vengeance or does she get justice?
Oh, man.
She does not shoot this man.
Oh, man.
She holds him there for an hour until the cops finally show up to make the arrest. She's holding a man who was part of the horrible murder of her daughter for an hour with a pistol.
No.
And she's like, I want justice.
Okay, so back up for just a minute.
Yeah.
So let's just say I am that good of a woman, right? Mm-hmm. That I'm gonna hold this piece of shit at arm's length by a gun. Yeah. Right after I am very out of breath from running down and tackling him. Yeah. It's not like getting justice in the U.S. Yeah. Like a lot of, especially with the cartel, they have people on payroll. How does she know she's going to get justice? I know if I put a bullet in his head, I'm going to get justice.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, because some other things, you know, get in more to, like, you know, some of the corruption that's been going on with the government and the, you know, some of the cops or whatever. I never like going into that because it's like, there's always a mix, right? And I don't...
I'm just saying that we know that there are people...
That justice gets... not
it can sometimes
delivered sometimes, and so it's like, but yeah, no, she's like, if I provide enough of this stuff and capture him, I'm gonna get my justice kind of thing, but I'm still going to keep doing it the right way.
I couldn't do it.
Like another one, this always confuses me because this other guy's name is Enrique Flores, which means flowers, but he's not.
He's not the florist.
The florist.
Okay.
This is why she befriends his grandma. I love Miriam. And who points her to like what church so he's like a born again Christian. Mm-hmm. And so he goes to this church. So there she finds him and corners him and calls the cops, and they come into the church to arrest him.
You're going to hell.
And these douchebag like fellow congregation members they said to her, they begged her for compassion. And she responded, according to like other people who were there, where was his compassion when he killed my daughter?
She is responding with compassion because any lesser of a woman would have put a bullet in your head.
I'm like, she's not doing anything to him, but get him arrested and justice brought. Why do you think that a man who used to kill people for money with a group and in terrible ways deserves?
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but there are people, groups, whatever, that believe that you can repent and this and that, and you deserve a second chance in life. Mm-hmm. But it boils down to this. You're going to ask me for compassion when I'm not putting a bullet in his head after he did horrible things to my daughter.
No, you can repent and all that good stuff, and maybe that means God will forgive you and you get to go to heaven or whatever. You should still have to serve justice. And
I'll speed that process up for you.
If you're truly repenting, you should turn yourself in. That would be repentance.
You want to go face judgment, I'll help you.
Yeah, prove your penance by turning yourself in.
That's not what I was talking about. But...
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, if he's still repentant and you're supposed to take compassion on him.
Then you take responsibility. And
and you help them chase down the other people who were involved or whatever. You do what you can to try and right the wrongs, not just run away from it all.
So now we're like at arrest number...
At least 4.
4, okay.
And, like, I didn't find, like, for all of the ones. But the other one I have some info on is so we're getting close. she does. So at this point, she has gained a reputation in the whole area. Again, a lot of people are having their family members kidnapped. And so other families of victims start actually banding together, and she starts this group, the San Fernando Collective for the Disappeared. And so it's like a group for them.
Is there like an acronym for that?
I have no idea. I mean, because it's also probably actually in Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah. Okay, makes sense.
And so but she kind of helps them like in how to go about the process of filing things and working with the police and
that's cool.
This kind of stuff. So she like helps all these different, she hosts these meetings. She's like created this community while at the same time chasing down these people kind of thing. I forget which one. There was one. But also they're like worried because they're like, you're getting their people arrested. That's gonna piss them off.
And now you're like a public figure.
Yeah, and everybody, you're getting a reputation. People know you now. Like, you're pissing off the cartel. Like, they behead people for shits and giggles. Like, literally. So
literally
shits and giggles. Just exactly. And they're like, you know, some are like, they just fully respect her. Some are just like, this is really dangerous. I'm worried about you. And she says in response to this, she's like, I don't care if they kill me. I died the day they killed my daughter.
I don't like that.
I'm so sad for you, Miriam. But also it's like, you're just so badass the way she dedicated her life to this. So in March of 2017, there's a prison break in Ciudad Victoria. 29 inmates tunnel out of the prison. And one of them was one of the killers that he put behind bars.
Broke out of jail.
Yeah. So, but suppose 10 were recaptured of those 29 very quickly. I don't know how long it took to recapture the rest or how many or whatever. But at this point, she's like getting kind of worried, and she does ask the police for extra protection. And in April...
Did they give her extra protection?
I don't know. I just saw that they promised that they would send extra patrol cars around. But granted, like, it is going to be over a long period of time, so it's like, it's not like they can just
resources.
Put like a police officer in her house all the time or whatever. And it's like, lady, you are like going out there against our advice. You know, like,
Miriam, you could just go back to Texas.
Like, so they're, you could just go nanny or something.
Not that they can't reach her then.
Yeah. Not that she wouldn't get deported, but that's a whole different thing. So in April, she tracks down some other woman who was involved, stakes her out in the car for multiple days to the point where she accidentally runs down the car battery. And her son Luis has to like come out and give her like a sneaky, like just sneakily tries to jump the car in the middle of the night.
Oh my god, I love it.
But like when she finally sees her, calls the cops, and they come and they make the arrest. And she's like so excited.
There's a lot of women involved in this.
Yeah, which is really depressing.
Wow.
And so, but like when she sees the cops come making the arrest, she like jumps out of her car and is like running over and trips and actually like fractures her foot and breaks her foot.
Oh my god.
So, like at this point, this is like 9 arrests that she's been involved. Like obviously, I haven't given all of those stories, but unfortunately, on May 10th, 27. Also, by the way, y'all, Hammy loves Michelle. Like Hammy's normally Little Miss Nervous. Christine Vasco can vouch for that. She's been over here. Hammy's Little Miss Nervous. And like immediately she's just like, oh yeah, cool. I'm just gonna go hang out with Michelle now. I'm like, what?
She's my friend. We're buddies.
What just happened? It's very bizarre, but I love it. So
I love Hammy.
So at this point, Miriam, the absolute badass and hero. What's up, Kitty Turk? She has broken her foot. And on May 10th, 2017.
I'm curious how old she was right now.
So I think she was 53 in 2014. So she'd be like 56 or 57, depending on her birthday, kind of thing. Yeah. So May 10th, 2017, on Mexico's Mother's Day.
It's Mexican Mother Day, yeah.
She was getting out of her car at her house. She'd just like gotten home, and she was kind of like hobbling out on her crutches.
On her broken leg.
And a white Nissan truck pulls up behind her, and they fire 13 rounds. Multiple dudes were in their truck, and they fired 13 rounds into Miriam. And Luis...
13?
13, yeah. That are like into her body.
That is overkill.
And Luis comes running at her husband, both her husband and her son. We do this in Hispanic culture.
Same.
Everybody has the same name. So, but her husband comes running out and finds her laying on the street. And because she can't go out without just being a badass all the time, he finds that she's reaching for her gun the way she's laying, that she had been reaching in to get her gun out. This bitch was gonna turn around and just shoot at the cartel.
Well, at that point,
because
let's take a couple out.
She was ready. So, but unfortunately, she did die on the way to the hospital.
On Mother's Day.
Yeah, and over the next few months, police did track down and arrest. So I think there were 3 men involved. They arrested 2, and the third fought back and was gunned down during his capture.
Finally, someone was gunned down.
Nobody's crying over this, so.
I'm all about vigilante justice.
Yeah, like it's a torn thing because I do like, but also there's like because she went about it the right way, she got a lot more people than she would have had she only like just killed Sama. As satisfying as it would have been,
but I'm unstable.
Like she's just like bing, 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 and the patience. I mean, it's almost kind of cold blooded how patient. You know, I mean,
calculating.
I'm just gonna sit out here chase each individual one of you down. And
she should be on like a special task force that hunts down people.
Right? Because she's clearly got the skills for it. So in June of 2017, because of the information she had provided them in Veracruz, they arrested another suspect in the murder. So it was her final arrest, and it was made after her murder. So she actually was responsible for the arrest of 10 people of the cartel.
Yeah,
and 53-year-old little lady who just went to shop and was a nanny.
Yeah.
Got 10 people arrested for her daughter's murder.
For Karen, too. Let's not forget about Karen.
Yeah, it's awful what happened to Karen. She's only
guarantee
20.
Miriam wants us to recognize Karen.
Yeah.
And what happened. She, was not doing anything wrong.
Yeah. And Louise, her son, still, that there was that that collective that they started. He keeps helping these other families, but not in the way Karen was. They all kind of feel like we don't want to end up the same route sort of deal. So it's more about, support systems, what you can do, how you can work with the police force kind of thing, but not going out there and actually stalking them and hunting them down.
I don't want to get killed on Mother's Day.
Yeah, and they did put a bronze plaque has been put in her honor in the city's central plaza.
I love that.
Right? I mean, love Miriam Rodriguez.
I don't. It's never fun to talk about people like dying. Right?
She needs a postage stamp in her honor. 100%. She fucking does. Like, I mean, have you ever heard a true crime case like that? Like, it's a movie. Even the sad ending is a movie.
I can't believe they haven't made a movie out of this. Like, this has criminal lifetime all over it.
Yeah. Yam just came back in from her walk, thanks to Papa. Oh, good. She didn't knock over the cable.
I was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hammy.
No. So yeah, you can see why I got so excited.
So yeah, I'm so glad that patrons picked this, because if not, I would have had to hear about this from Adriana until our next Criminals and Cocktails. And the fact that we got to do this one in person is amazing.
Yeah.
So we are filming one that we're going to release as a premiere. So while I'm here, we'll film it, and then down the road, we're going to release it as a premiere. We'll do it live. We'll be in the chat. You guys can tell us if you like that, where we're able to interact more with you, because we're not trying to tell a story and be in chat.
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah, as opposed to just being.
We may have filmed a few shorts. Are you trying to get to me, Hammy?
Ham's is trying to get to Michelle, and is going to knock over things. Like Murphy. It's just like home.
It's just like home. Like I didn't leave.
Just want to feel at home. She's even white.
Except she's like, hi.
And to
Murphy's
Michael's
like, hi.
And to Michael's point in Patreon, you can't throw her across the room. So
true. Whatever. I don't throw dogs.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's what they all say.
Speaking of patrons, after this stream, we're having a patron-only stream. So hopefully some of you guys come chill, hang out with us.
Cheers to a brave. It does not get much braver than Miriam Rodriguez.
You've got some Knob Creek over there. Why don't we raise a glass to both Miriam and Karen?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are pouring something, pour it now.
At only 20.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I'm drinking Knob Creek, you guys.
Look at this.
We don't see that very often.
I'm making her drink Knob Creek. I'm like, this is all I have, so this is all you can have. Just kidding. I do have more. Last night, you enjoyed some Wild Turkey's 70th anniversary.
It was deliciousness.
And some other stuff I forget. But it was good stuff. But yes, cheers to Karen and Miriam Rodriguez. Cheers. An amazing family. We're amazing. And an amazing last name, just saying.
Just saying. Oh, Joseph Brazo says, your mouse, I'm telling you, I'm not a fan.
It's the same finger.
I'm using the finger.
I don't understand why you're
Women of
using the
Whiskies,
same
LNB is here and says, you too, Rod.
What's up, LNB?
Yes. Yes, a very brave lady, James.
She was the bomb.
Top dog. Hi, top dog. I don't think I saw you earlier. I heard you say the name, but I didn't know.
Yeah, so I'm super early.
Okay, so what is, they haven't made a movie about her.
No,
there is a lot of books.
Who would play her?
What?
Who would play her?
Who would play her?
One of the podcasts I listen to, they're always like, who would play? I'm not actually good at actresses.
Miriam, I see.
Who's an older Hispanic actress?
Oh, I picture her. I can't think of her name.
What did she play in? Or
Damn
if you can
it.
think of anything.
I'm on the spot.
Penelope Cruz?
That's exactly who it was.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because I could see red hair working on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like she would have that sweet but badass.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I don't picture her as like motherly.
I love that Michael said
thing.
what my brain immediately went to was Salma Hayek. She's like my
that's another great one.
But for me, she is, no matter her age, just a sexy bitch. And like, again, same thing. I find it hard to imagine her being like, just, you know.
I need someone that's more mommy. Who would that be?
Who's like the Meryl star? Who's the like Meryl Streep of Mexico? Who's the Diego Luna? But I don't know. I also think every white male actor is Matt Damon.
You do.
I have a problem.
I'm gonna have to think about this, you guys.
Yeah.
Put it in
Anybody
chat
got one?
or come back and drop if you're watching the replay. Drop a comment because
who would you cast?
I'm struggling on this, and I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. and go. I thought of someone.
Yeah. Who would you cast as Miriam Rodriguez?
Hmm.
A badass mom who got
that doesn't pull the trigger.
Not vengeance, but justice. I feel like that wording is important because it implies two different things.
I'd go for vengeance.
I like that it's just like a part of me. I feel like the visceral part of me once. Like I'm very much. I mean, just the other day, you know about this with Dick One. I just wanted to stab people in the face, and I just wanted to stab them in the face.
Just
that's all. While they asked me to just do a bajillion things, and like so, I get the visceral. You just want that vengeance right then.
Yeah.
This is not a fair comparison, but there's other things that are worse. But like, I love the sort of cool characterness of patiently taking down one after the other.
But you could do that with a gun.
No, because then she would have gotten
them.
arrested. I feel like she'd have gotten arrested quickly, or the cartel would have retaliated a lot faster if she was actually hunting them down, kind of deal.
There's a sitcom with a Hispanic woman.
It's like I don't see this case being a sitcom.
With a Hispanic woman, she's got it's
Selma could be all of our,
it's kind of he's kind of the dumb white husband, and she's the Hispanic mom.
Sofia Vergara.
Is that who it is?
The Modern Family with Al Bundy actor? Oh, okay. I was gonna say again.
Anybody know who I'm talking about?
You know what our problem is? Hispanic actresses are all far too sexy to play this role.
It's true.
Like I feel like this role needs to be not plain necessary, but like I keep thinking of like Meryl Streep if Meryl Streep was Hispanic.
He's scared of her, but he loves her and she's so loving with the family. But yet they all know that she'd take him out. Yeah. Oh my God, what show am I thinking of?
I have no idea.
I don't even know if it's still
on the George Lopez show.
Okay, that's
it's something more.
She was in. That's the same woman. She played in this other thing I was thinking of. Who is that person in the George Lopez show? She's
me and Brazo were thinking of the same thing. Modern Family.
Yeah, that's not.
But that's Sofia Vergara.
Michael, you and I are on the same page.
I love that all the ones we can think of though are just like too sexy.
Yeah.
To be this too. Not saying that you can't be sexy and badass. Like look at Zoe Saldana.
I don't know who that is.
She was in the new Star Trek movies. Oh. But also Columbia. She was in a bunch of things. But she plays like an action because she's like ridiculously hot and like super bad. She always plays like an action-y type role.
Yeah.
You know? But
this girl's not an actress, so she probably couldn't do it. But
yes, her. That's who should play Miriam Rodriguez just as an actual live action human. She wasn't.
Who's the musician? Shakira. If she was actually an actress. even though she's
getting
not
too sexy. And
I don't know. I feel like she's not that young.
No, but I'm saying I think she's still on the younger, sexy side.
Who's the mom from George Lopez? Anybody know?
We're just gonna argue about this. Thank you, Michael. We were fishing for it.
Someone had to say it.
Somebody had to take the bait. Actually, it wasn't, but
I'm Googling this now while you click and I'll Google.
Yeah, I wish I knew more, or just watch more shows than Poirot and Miss Marple. That would help. Not a lot of Hispanic actresses in either of those shows, so I don't have a long list to pull, or Star Trek. Although, you know who, you wouldn't know. Never mind. It's from Star Trek, so you won't know.
No, I won't know.
Like, never mind. From if anybody's watched Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the chick who plays Una, #1, if she was older, I think, and they could just do that with makeup and stuff. I think she could be really good, actually, for this role.
I didn't actually know her name. Her name is Constance Marie.
Still a little young.
Okay, I can't hold my phone like that. My screen is dirty. Don't judge me. Her.
Who's judging a dirty screen?
My screen's massive, so what
How
are you
liking
do?
Knob Creek? There is a round answer.
I love it. So, just so you know, her pocket knife is sitting right there.
No, I got it back.
Did you take it back? Well, shit. It's amazing. I love it so much.
Yeah. Remember how I was talking about those Rodriguez's being badasses? Yeah. So good.
It's actually pretty good.
Great. Thank you.
I'm not. It's kind of
is.
like when I said I'm not a rye fan, and guess what?
Oh, this is one Shane Long sent me. This is Lake Wiley pick from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
It's not
Lake
bad.
Wiley.
No, James, it's
Angie Lopez?
No, she's the character. Constance Marie.
She doesn't have a last name? Her last name is Marie?
Played by Constance Marie.
Lady, get a real last name.
Will always says that you can never trust a man with 2 first names.
100%, that's true.
Like Brad Frank or...
Who the hell's Brad Frank?
I don't know. But...
Now I'm trying to think of something.
Did they replace Carmen? She was originally played by Marcela Lucia, and then was replaced by Amy Garcia. What?
By who?
I have no clue what they're talking about.
Marcela?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what. No, same thing. They replaced her. That's why there was 2 different actresses. There were 2 different actresses, you guys.
I don't know. I think we're all lost now. Anyways, before the Patreon hangout stream, it's going to be pub stop. Now she's watching YouTube videos again. Now. She can't be trusted. You really were.
I was clicking to see.
She can't be trusted. So while she ignores her audience, I would like to remind you all that the Alzheimer's fundraiser is officially scheduled. I will be starting.
It may or may not be in Idaho.
I will get like a website and the donation link and all that set up this week. Mm-hmm. If you want to donate any kind of prices, hit either of us up on Instagram, email.
Easiest would be to email womenofwhiskies@gmail.com.
Yeah. Or whiskey.mountains7, like literally the number 7 @gmail.com. It's such an obnoxious.
So from now on, we'll start putting that in the description of our videos. But if you want to donate anything, it can be merch, it can be gift cards, it can be bottles, anything you want to donate to put into the fundraiser is amazing. Not everybody has money to contribute.
Right, yeah.
But
if you want to do samples, if you want to do some kind of cool thing that you make, those are often like some of the coolest ones.
I've seen people donate Bourbon Outfitters gift cards.
Yeah, gift cards, that kind of thing.
If you don't want to pay for
Drifting Drams, I saw Katie in here earlier. In the past, they've donated like gift cards to their
coffee store,
the coffee stuff. Drifting Drams, I checked it. But all kinds of things, if that's in your alley, or honestly just spreading the word in other whiskey tube chats or whiskey communities that you might have, or anybody who just might be interested in raising money to end Alzheimer's. It's Alzheimer's with sex.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
And she got to see my lab today.
I did. I got to see her lab.
A little bit of like what that kind
all
of
the
thing
things.
Fun.
Yeah,
so.
It was nice. It was cool. So wait, Nick Proman says, mom from George Lopez show is Belita Marino. I don't know what I was looking at, but it sounds like there's 2 actresses that, how sometimes they switch one out halfway through the series.
Right, yeah.
So, and then...
I figured nobody would know it. We all look the same.
y'all look the same. It's fine.
It's bad. I mean, I think every white dude is Matt Damon. So.
It's like blondes.
I can't talk. I really thought Brad Pitt was Matt Damon. So
yeah. So I mean,
I can't be trusted either. So sorry, Brazo said some people donate bottles and cash. Yeah, like whatever is in your wheelhouse. But honestly, even just spreading the word, huge freaking help, because often way more people than I could have gotten the word out to show up to this thing, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will be posting that, and we're gonna talk about like, you know, a centralized place. I no longer have my whiskeymountains.com thing because my Patreon used to pay for that.
To put it up? We can do it on womenandwhiskies.com.
Shopify. Yeah, so if we could make like a little page.
Absolutely. We'll make a page on womenandwhiskies.com.
Because it's always nice when you can just go to that page and now there's every bit of information anybody would want to know. And it's an easy address to remember.
I love how she's like, okay, could we? I'm like,
you're
half of the show.
I'm like halfway saying it while being like, I haven't actually brought this up. I should have brought this up beforehand, but you know,
you're
filming TikToks.
You're half of Women of Whiskies. Yeah, of course we could do that.
So anyways,
who played Admiral Parks?
Paris in Star Trek Beyond.
I don't know that one.
We watched that not too long ago. I actually think that one's kind of underrated, even though I'm not into Chris Pine's side. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look her up. But I do totally feel like Iranian, Iraqi, or like Middle Eastern sort of descent
could play it.
100% can pull off.
Emma did not see it. Well, I mean, I think she felt bad because we bought it, so she told me that it was like tucked away somewhere.
Yeah, as we left,
I don't know
I was like, shit. It's like in between like that desk behind mine and the wall. Like there's a perfect little cubby spot that I can have it out of the way.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be hanging in the corner since other people were.
Yeah, as you can see, there wasn't like space to have it just sitting out all the time. So
I mean, it's fine.
It would be frowned.
All right. Wait, where are we on time?
Yeah, so we're gonna do the Patreon stream very, very soon.
Yes. If you're a patron or if you join Patreon, there's a link there. Come on over, say hi.
Yeah, we're just gonna
hang out. We're gonna do pub style. Jump on with us.
Jump on, hang out.
You know,
give us your opinions.
My final thoughts on this. I'm not a ginger beer person.
I'll finish yours.
Go for it.
I dug it.
Put some ice in it though. You'll like it better.
Oh, you took out. I was like, did you eat the mint leaves?
No,
here's mine at the end. Mira esto. Okay, here's hers. What are you, a rabbit?
No,
you're not supposed to eat the mint leaves.
It kept hitting my mouth.
It was while she was watching her other YouTube videos.
Do you want it back?
No, I don't want your half chewed mint leaves.
They're huddled, thank you.
So if you want to come hang out with us, come over to the Patreon stream. And if you're not already a patron, hello.
Yeah, the only time we don't play Patreon, we go at the end of the stream, is at Criminals and Cocktails.
Yeah.
We also don't have as much time to speak with you guys. That's why we try to at least highlight what you're saying, because it's important what you're saying.
Yeah.
So we're going to have our Patreon afterlife so we can chat about it. Or other things.
I just tried to grab the mouse and grab my Glen instead, and I felt like that was God.
Yeah.
Walking through me.
Yeah, I mean.
So, all right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out.
Don't forget, there's no wrong way to drink your whiskey. Drink it how you like it. Share it with your friends.
Yes. Share it with your friends. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you for the way you make me feel. Just like a stolen car with a kid behind the wheel. I want to thank you for the way you make me feel. So everything's in Technicolor, yeah, everything's so bright.